I just don't know how to come out or how to deal with it. And the worst thing is, I know my parents and friends won't care. My friends always make jokes about me wanting a girl, not in a mean way. And I've told my mom this, and she was like, what if you do? Who cares? So I figure it's me that has the problem. I just don't like to draw any more attention towards myself. I feel that I'm different enough as it is. I have a problem letting people in. I tend to put up a wall and joke all the seriousness away. It's just so much easier than to actually deal with it.
I want to ask you, who taught you to hate yourself like this? Where did you learn this? This is the question I would have you ask yourself. Where did you learn to treat yourself so badly? Someone taught her that along the way.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way you learned that you had no value, that you were not worth love, and that there was something inherently wrong with you, which is, of course, all completely untrue. And I would encourage you to get curious as to where you started to learn that. Because it's not about you being broken, it's about that misinformation that you're telling yourself. What are your thoughts? I feel them bubbling. I feel them.
Well, a couple of things, and one is the basic, which is you've got to find somebody you can talk to on a regular basis about this to work it out, because this is solvable. But Cathy's right. Somewhere along the line, events occurred, or people spoke to you in a way that caused you to act out, and if you can get to the source of it, you can fix it. You really can. So, I mean, that's the first thing I thought was just please go talk to somebody. Talk to somebody you can talk to on a regular basis, and get to the root of the problem, because you don't have to live your life like this.
I can't give you advice here that's gonna fix everything for you in one shot, but I can give you some direction. And you don't have problems that you can't deal with. You don't have problems that you can't overcome and have a happy life. You just need to go find the right help. And I want you to find a therapist that you can work with on a regular basis. I will give you a phone number or a website of a place where you can go for information about those resources in Cleveland, and you need to take yourself there and get started on that. If you have a gay and lesbian center in your community, which I'm sure you do, just look it up online. They can start pointing you in the right directions as well. But honestly, when we grow up, our parents, our immediate environment really does teach us how to see ourselves. It really does teach us what our value is and who we are. And somewhere along the line, someone damaged that with you. And you very bravely shared that you're afraid for someone to see the scars that you have on your body, which tells me you suffered some abuse. And very often when we suffer abuse as children, we go on to continue to abuse ourselves throughout our life because it's what we know. And we as human beings will stay in the pain of what we know rather than venture out into the possible pain of what we don't know. And we'll hold ourselves in a miserable place because of the fear of looking for something better. But you have got to know that there's something better, and you have got to know that you're worth it, because you are. And somewhere along the line, it was important for someone else to have you believe that you didn't deserve better because they were taking something from you. Mm-hmm. And it served their purpose, but it's, quite frankly, and someone took everything from you that told you that you were valuable, and you have got to go remember to get that back, because it's there, and you are.
I have a story.
I'm getting mad.
Okay, stop playing with your glasses.
Yeah, you're making noise.
I was just thinking about how I used to fantasize about committing suicide a lot. I was kind of addicted to it. It was like kind of anything that would happen to me in my life, it's like I would just fall into this immediate thought, I'll prove them, I'll kill myself, or whatever it was. And I know, just speaking for myself, that I can be addicted to being a victim of life. And eventually, you know what it took? It was after using some drugs, coming down, and wanting to rip my hair out, and I was pacing and pacing and pacing, and I was going to do it. I was going to take my life, and my way was through razor blades. And so I started searching. I had had some razor blades and I couldn't find them. And all of a sudden someone knocked on the door. And one of my dear friends, Shane, was at the door, I'm not kidding you, with a razor blade. I forgot that I had asked for some razor blades, because I was working on an art piece where I needed to do precision cuts. And he showed up at that moment. And I was face to face with this obsession to kill myself. And I realized that I really didn't want to. I just wanted to feel some relief. And I know that depression can sometimes be a chemical imbalance. And it was with me, but it was because I was using all kinds of chemicals and I caused an imbalance in my body. But some of the other things that helped me once I got away from all of that and got straight, so to speak, seriously though, got clean, was exercise and community support and touch and eating regularly and getting some rest and not drinking coffee at nighttime. I know that sounds silly, but I had to call someone so that they would show me or tell me, have you made your bed? Have you brushed your teeth? Did you have a meal? Did you do your sit-ups and your run around the block? Basic, basic, basic. And no matter how I feel, even if I don't want to do it,